Hey guys, how's it going? JD here. So it's time for another chart lesson. We did one a couple days ago, kind of for the first time in a long time, and the feedback has been great. It seems like you guys really enjoyed it, so we're gonna keep it going. So let's look at Boeing today. And remember, I always kind of start at the top left. In this case, we got to start at the bottom left because we're coming off the bottom. So what do we have here? Look at that run up. I mean, goodness, right? It's not much to say about that trend. So what can we see here though? Let's look at one thing that's interesting. Remember, we use a 21 moving average for direction, and we also use the zigzag indicator for context to let us know kind of where we are in the market cycle. So what's interesting is that these are running parallel. Using the zigzag is actually new. I haven't been using it for that long, so I'm still noticing things. So I see that on this particular run up is running parallel. So there's actually no question of what's happening here, right? Side note, this is a strong trend. If you've never seen one before, they're kind of a unicorn. You don't get these every day, but this was, let me blow somebody's mind here. If you spot this early enough, which is kind of hard to do, but let's just say you took this high or low right here and won 1, 2, 3, right? And then you kind of wait for a pullback and you saw this, you probably would have took this one too. 1, 2, 3. So you got 2 wins in the bag right there. Then if you start taking every pullback, look at this pullback right here. 1, 2, 3, that's a win. Look at this pullback right here. 1, 2, 3, that's a win. That was another pullback. So you go again quick. 1, 2, 3, that's a win. Pull up here, take this one here. 1, 2, 3. This is nuts, right? Pull up here, take that one again. 1, 2, 3. There, I don't even know how many I just counted. There was what, like 6 wins right here? That's a strong trend. They're hard to catch though, because by the time you kind of realize it, it may be, around in here somewhere. I could get 2 or 3, but it all depends. Like I say, if you caught this first high or low and rolled this boy up, man, man, easy. This is when you can catch this. This is the easiest trading that there is, because you're just taking every little pullback as a win. Every little pullback is a win. I mean, there's at least 6 there. There's at least 6 there. So I just wanted to point that out. That wasn't even part of the lesson, but man, what a beautiful strong trend up. So we trended up. Then we made the top. We'll call it here. Now what's happening? Look at this. Top, bottom. We started ranging. We trended up. Now we're in a range. So let's stop here. If you had just pulled this chart up, you saw this, you saw this. What do I want to do? I'm buying. I'm going long. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. After I see this big, strong push up, I mean, this super strong trend that you very rarely see, the unicorn, I'm not doing any selling. I'm looking for a buy opportunity. So trended up. Look at that easy range, right? And then we broke out the range right here. Right here. Broke out the range. I would like to see if the breakout pullback would have worked, which would be right here, people. We broke out. It came back. This would have been your entry. I probably would have skipped it because the signal candle is shabby, but it worked. 1, 2, 3. It would have worked. So traded up. Trended up. Then we went into a range, broke out the range. And how did we break out the range? Look, 1 leg, pull back, 2 legs. Let me point out a pattern here, because we've been really teaching the rule of 2. This trade, this setup, rule of 2 is all over it. Actually, if you look at this chart closely, which is why I always suggest people to take a screenshot of your charts at the end of the day, look back over them, look for setups you missed, look for setups you could have taken, because you learn so much. This is how you learn to trade. Let me scratch that. This is how you learn to read a price chart. That's more accurate. This is how you learn to read a price chart, by taking these steel frames and then just following price action and reading it as you go. I got a cough, excuse me. So I read this all the way up. I just read us into the range. We just broke out. Now, I just want to point something out. because again, you're always looking for legs, the rule of two. You're always looking for a trend break retest. We're always looking for a trend up, 2 legs back, another leg up, right? That's just the market cycle. I just want to point it out because this is probably new to some people and probably not used to seeing it, but they're all over this board. They're all over this chart. It happens over and over and over and over and over again. You just have to learn how to take advantage. So let me get my pencil back. Look at this spot right here, right? This is the start. We move up. That's 1 leg up. Okay. I just want to show you something. Trend down, trend break, retest the new low, center of the pattern. Okay. But then let me show you something else finna blow your mind. Count from the top. First entry, second entry long, right here. When this candle closed, you go 1, 2, 3. That's a win. That's not the trade I took. I just wanted to point out that if you follow price action, looking for legs, the zigzag is really helping with that. Then you can start to see the patterns that the market moves. You can start to see how the market moves a lot clearer. It does this every day. This isn't like, it does this every day. It does this every day, all day. This isn't just a great day for Boeing. Okay, it moves like this every day. Here's the thing though. Sometimes it moves in a way where it's clear for you to see. Sometimes it's not. And when it's not, that means you're in congestion or it's just too volatile. There's plenty of reasons why prices aren't clear. And when you can't see clearly, you just go to another market. That's the benefit we have in binary options. Like if this Boeing wasn't clear to me, I could have went to Apple, I could have went to Euro dollar, I could have went to pound Audi. I'm not stuck only in one asset, which is the benefit of binary trading. But I just wanted to point that out. Push up, 1, 2 legs back, second leg, leg 1, leg 2. Isn't it clear as day? And you would have won. Just take the first entry, second entry long, because we want to go long because this was an up push. So you wait for 1, 2 legs back. Can you see it? Can you see a row of red, a row of red? That's 2 legs back. Then you take the first big green that breaks higher. That's your second entry long. Just wanted to point that out because they're all over the place. All right, back to where we were. So we're trending. We broke out of this range with a good 2 legs up. End of the pattern. That's the end of the pattern. We're probably gonna come lower now, which we do. Now, let's keep reading. Let's just keep reading. So we broke out top of the range. We're right here at the high, right? Let's start moving down. Look at this. 1 leg, pull back, 2 legs, trend down, trend break, retest. Barely made a new low, but it made it. This pattern is done. Let's start again from this new high right here. Trend down, trend break. Look at this. Retest the new low. I can't make this stuff up, people. It's just, I can't make it up. This is just how the market moves. I know I'm helping somebody today. No, somebody has never seen this before. This is just how the market moves. Trend down, 2 red, 2 greens back. Bam. Wait a minute, I might not have did that one right. Let me stop playing around if I confuse somebody. But the gist of it is that I could tell this was the center of the pattern. You know, tried 2 attempts higher, couldn't do it. We're gonna go lower, boom. You also can look at it. What's another way you can look at it? You can look at it here. First entry, second entry long, kind of fizzed out. That's a failure. We're going short. So there's certain different ways. I'm not saying you should take a trade in here at all. I'm just actually reading prices right now with a focus on second entries. But let me start over because I don't want to confuse anybody. So I want to buy because of this huge trend up. We caught a range and then it broke out, made a new high. This could definitely be the start of a reversal, but because this move up was so strong, I still was expecting prices to go higher. But this pattern is kind of played out too because we had a trend up, range, made a new high. So this pattern overall is actually played out too, so you have to be careful. But then we start working our way down, and here you're not doing nothing because we want to buy, right? So I'm not doing anything through here. I'm just letting prices come down, because I'm also thinking this move up was so big and so strong, it's going to pull back quite a ways, which it did. So I'm still just watching, you know, we're just watching through here, because unfortunately you maybe could have taken, this was just dropping to it wasn't dropping with the right rhythm. It wasn't dropping with the right 1-2 back drop for me to get a big second entry off the top. But I just kept letting prices do what they did. I actually didn't start looking at this until prices was over here. But if I hadn't been reading all this, you know, I did all this reading after the fact. I started looking at this, I would say probably about right in here. Like, so all this had already taken place when I got to the chart. So I just backed up and read what was going on to get an idea of what I should do over here. But, okay. Trend up. We hit a range. We broke out the range. We will be expecting for this to pull back, which it did. So then we got a nice little pullback. Okay. Got a nice strong pullback, which is kind of like one leg back. Then what happened? Pushed up, which we would expect. And then we got another pullback. So tried to go lower once, pushed up, tried to go lower twice. So what am I thinking? I already, you know, I've been saying I wanted to buy this whole time. You know, this whole time I want to go up with it. I've been saying that. From the start. I want to go up. So here, after it makes this move back down, let me show you what happened. I probably started looking maybe on, I would say maybe this candle. It was somewhere in here is when I actually started looking at this. So I went backwards. Okay. So I'm sorry. I done a lot of talking in this video. I hope I'm not jumping all around. Let me start here. When I pulled up Boeing, prices was right in here, I think. I looked back. I said, look at that beautiful run up. Then we went into a range. Then he broke out the top of the range, 2 legs up. Then I can see a retracement, a push up, another retracement. So that's what I'm thinking right here. I'm like, man, this thing has retraced. So remember, I'm saying I want to go long. So how can I get long? Right? So I need a setup. To go long. And I'm thinking to myself at this point that we've had a trend up, we broke out. We had a trend down. I'm looking at the EMA. Look at the EMA. Trend down. This is the first trend break right here. And now we had on the trend break. Let's look at the trend break a little closer. This is a trend break up, trend break, retest the new high. That pattern is done, right? That pattern is done. So we had a trend up, trend break, retest the new high. This pattern is done. That's it for that uptrend. So then I started looking. So because I knew that was it for this uptrend, the next thing I'm thinking is we should be coming back down with 2 legs. Lo and behold, trend down, trend break. It was starting this retest when I started looking. So I said to myself, I'm going to wait. I know this pattern is going to play out by making a new low right here. I said, I'm going to wait for, then I start at the top always because I want to go long. So I'm starting at the top with my count. So then I saw this and I said, oh, this is going to be a first entry. I said, this is the first entry right here. So as I was watching this candle here, I was like, oh, I'm about to get a second entry long. And that's exactly what I was like. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I just need to wait for a candle to give me second entry long. This candle didn't do it. This candle didn't do it. This candle didn't do it. And then this candle right here broke higher than the one to the left. That is a first entry, second entry long right there. So again, prices was right in here when I first started looking. I did all of that analysis that within like 2 minutes because it was so clear to see because of this big trend up. I knew I wanted to go long. I was like, okay, yeah, we need to go long on this. I found the range, boom, boom, broke out, trend down, pull back, second leg down. What am I expecting now? Because I got a trend, 2 legs back, another leg down, couldn't make a new low based on this second entry trigger. I'm expecting we're gonna go higher. That's what I was expecting. I wanted to go higher, and I took this trade right here. So that's the lesson for today. I know I was kind of all over the board, but it was so nice just to see how this stuff be working. Sorry, it's, I'm telling you, these lessons help me too, because it'd be like, yeah, reiterate that this is price action. This is how it moves. It does it every day. It's no shocker. The market moves in twos. That is why second entries work so well. It's ingrained in how the market moves. It moves in twos. It moves in twos. So we ended up taking a first entry, second entry short due to the analysis, and that's why I took it. So again, I thank you guys for tuning in. This is the time. Please like, share, and subscribe. And so we'll keep these going. It really helps me. I greatly appreciate all the comments, the feedback. I love you guys. We're getting it. We're about to get it. So let's see what happens, right? Hey, we know we got to see what happened, but that was my call. That's why I called it. That's what I saw. That's what I read. And let's see what happens. You guys remember to tune in. We'll do it again. My name is JD. And as always, I wish you increase on the Sutton. Bye-bye.
We would like to thank you for tuning in to another Increase episode with JD. If you want to learn how to price action trade, please visit www.jdhyder.com and you will find his brand new course, IOTS, Price Action Trading System. We thank you again, and as always, we wish you increase on the Sutton.